Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are safe and fine at home. Today is our first class of chemistry. In our today's session, we are going to discuss our first chapter, Properties of Matter. First of all, I am asking you all, what is chemistry? Do you know? Chemistry is a branch of science that deals with the chemical elements and compounds and how these things work together. It is the study of the things that make up our bodies and everything in the world around us. Chemistry is a big part of our everyday life. You find chemistry in foods, the air, cleaning chemicals, medicines we take, etc. And literally every object you can see or touch. So, our first chapter is Properties of Matter. In this chapter, we will discuss about matter and its properties. We know that matter exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. All matter is made up of very tiny particles called molecules. Molecules are so tiny that it cannot be seen with the naked eye. The way the molecules are arranged in a substance determines the states of matter. Molecules in solids are tightly packed, giving them a definite shape and a fixed volume. In liquids, the molecules are loosely packed such that they do not have a definite shape but have a fixed volume. This is the reason why liquids flow and take the shape of the container. In gases, the molecules are very loosely arranged. Gases have neither a fixed shape nor a fixed volume. They occupy all the available space. Gases can be compressed into specially created metallic cylinders. Let us discuss some properties of matter. The things around us are made up of different kinds of matter or material having specific properties. Matter can be heavy or light. Matter can be hard or soft. It can be colored or colorless, and it can be rough or smooth, and it can be breakable or unbreakable. Now we are going to discuss some important properties of matter. Let us find out through some experiments. First experiment, the aim of the experiment is to prove solid needs space to occupy. Materials needed: 2 glass tumblers filled with water, a stone, a thread. Take a glass filled with water and now tie a thread in a stone and lower it into the water. What do you see? Yes, we can see that some water flows out from the glass. When we remove that stone from water, we can see that the water level in the glass comes down. So from this experiment, we can prove that solid, that means here the stone needs space to occupy. That is the reason why the water flows from the glass. The second experiment. The aim of the experiment is to prove liquid needs space to occupy. Materials required: a container filled with water and a glass tumbler. First you want to take a container filled with water. After that we are going to immerse a glass inwardly into it. What can we see? Yes, we can see that the water couldn't go inside. What is the reason, students? Because air is present inside it. So, the water cannot enter into the glass. From this, it is clear that liquid needs space to occupy. Experiment number 3. And now we are going to prove that air needs space to occupy. Materials required: a long stick, 2 balloons and thread. take two balloons of equal size and the same amount of air in it. Tie it into the two sides of a stick. If a balloon is deflated, what happens? Can you see here? Yes, the side of the stick with the other balloon weighs down. The space occupied by the air in the deflated balloon is less than the other balloon. Thus, it proves that air needs space to occupy. From all these experiments, we can prove that what matter is. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So students, matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So, in our today's session, we discussed about matter. Matter exists in three states: solid, liquid and gas. And we proved that matter needs space to occupy. And matter has mass. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. That's all for today. Thank you.